Now it is the first night of our series Dinnertime Debate, and we want to know what's on your mind as we get closer to the general election. Channel 3's Dennis House is in Newington tonight, and Dennis, the question is, what are the folks saying there?
Denise, good evening to you here from the Olympia Diner in Newington, a vintage place if there ever was one. You know, talking about politics over dinner is as old as the hills. People love to do it. We're here. We have some politicians who've been showing up. There's this Andrew Lanciato, who is running for state rep, Ed Sharma, who's running for state senator. Of course, they're not going to miss this opportunity to come and be on Channel 3 once they hear we're going to be here, and some other folks just here enjoying the food here at the historic Olympia. We have a couple down here we're going to talk to. Thelma and Bruce Abbott. They're from Bristol, and we've been chatting with them. Mrs. Abbott, may I sit next to you? Sure. All right, I'm going to squeeze right in here in this nice historic booth. Thank you for being with us here tonight. You know, you're getting ready to vote for a new governor in the fall. What's on your mind? What's the most important thing to you?
Well, for me, I'd like to see more treatment facilities opened up because we have an epidemic problem, and I actually worked in the field. I'm retired now. And I don't see that being addressed the way it needs to be.
So that's what you want to see from the candidates. You want them to address this?
Yes, I do.
All right, Mr. Abbott, what's most important to you as you prepare to vote this fall and you choose a candidate?
Well, I'd like to see some fiscal responsibility in this state. You can't keep running everything at a deficit. I'd like to see the state run more like a logical business. I'd like to see, instead of starting from square one, to investigate solutions that other states have already used successfully, rather than trying to reinvent the wheel in our little state. I would just like to see all of that done, especially bringing pensions down, pension costs down, because business pensions have shrunken, and nothing has shrunken on the statewide level for that.
And a lot of folks in your generation have moved to Florida to save money. You've thought about it, but your children are here, correct?
Correct. I don't want to move away. My grandchildren and family are so important to me.
But Mr. Abbott says the cost is a factor.
Well, it's definitely a factor. We're retired now, and our whole income situation has changed. And it's kind of scary. We never know what's going to happen. All we hear is promises, and we get half-truths about everything. We never get a full story. We're not respected with the information we get. People are not respected at the state houses. We need some respect all around.
Thelma and Bruce Abbott of Bristol, we thank you very much for allowing us to crash your dinner. We're going to be talking with some other people coming up on Eyewitness News at 6. We already interviewed them. And we're also going to tell you about the debate that's happening tonight and our debate coming up next week at UConn, the Jorgensen Theater. That will be September 26th. And also we're going to be talking about the issue of the day with Channel 3's Matthew Campbell. It's all coming up. For now, we're live in Newington at the Olympia Diner. That is an annoying phone ring, isn't it? Someone has already spotted you on Channel 3, and they're calling to say, hey, I just saw you on TV, Bruce.
Yes, my mom.
Back to you, Denise and Mark.
All right, they had some interesting opinions, though. Thank you, Dennis. And mark your calendars for the WFSB Live Gubernatorial Debate. It happens at UConn, and the date is Wednesday, September 26th, a week from this Wednesday, right here, of course, on Channel 3.